I don't know if the word is privilege, because I can't really think of one right now. However, I will say that in my career, I've been I've had so much divine favor. Like, things have aligned in ways that were not in my doing. Like, I could not have put, some people were put in my path at the perfect time and they said the perfect thing just so that I could, so in my career has just been a series of alignment, divine favor, hard work, good work ethic, good people. I'd say, I don't know if it's privilege, but I've been blessed with some really good people in my corner. Also, some really shitty people that have taught me lessons, but for the most part, people that have elevated me as a person and my artistry. And so I'd just say divine favor throughout my career is what's really elevated me. I've gotten to work with Absolute Vodka. I've gotten to work with Bel Air. I've gotten to work with Bamboo. I've gone to work with Bella Shaka Brewery. I've gone to work with L'Oreal, Nice and Lovely. It's been good. It's been good. Can't complain. That's where the money is, to be honest. Those are the money gigs right there. Um, yeah, nah. Like, I can't even say much. Like, apart from them just taking forever to pay you, sijui 90 days. Like, you know,
But ukikunja
kazi
unafurahia.
ni kazi, na pesa ni pesa. It's possible, but highly unlikely. Like, yeah, it's possible for sure, but even the artists that have been in this game for sijui how long, even them they still have their two other businesses. In this day and age in 2022, I think it's not smart. It's impossible. Okay, it's not impossible, but it's just not smart to have all your eggs in one basket, especially with how in the Kenyan. I feel like if you're somewhere in South Africa, you can completely make a living off music, but here in Kenya, where we at right now, it's music, maybe an endorsements from brands, and maybe it's, yeah, music has never been the main source, and I wouldn't advise anyone to make it their main source of income. Have another job, have something else that's funding, like most the music, the money you make in music, it ends when you reinvest it back in the music. There's no profit. Most times there's not a big profit margin, but yeah, just have a few hustles. That's any person in any field of work. Yeah, for sure, there's that. I get that. I totally understand that. Like, when you're an artist, there's this brand, there's this reputation that you have to uphold, there's this image you have to apparently uphold that, but it's so unsustainable. Everyone else gets to no. Yeah, me, I can't come and suffer because someone. If I had money, even though I don't think I'm lacking right now, because it's a very scary word to use, lacking. Because God will be like, oh, you're lacking. All these things that you have and you're saying you're lacking. So I don't want to say that, but even to this day, even right now, like, if if I could, my EP would have been out right now with like 2 music videos and like press and stuff. So yeah, there's definitely, till this day, it's still an active thing where there's so many things I want to do, but I lack the funds for them. And so that's a bit frustrating because everything is slower. People are like, where's the music? And you're like, it's coming. I just need this to work out so that I can, So DMs in person, like, sometimes I'm trying to find the words to articulate it. It's a blessing, and I think when people are not afraid to show love, it's so nice, because in this life everyone is, busy doing their own thing, and everyone's too busy to do what, everyone's hardcore, everyone's ego. But when someone really comes and shares with you, like, wow, your music, it's really dance, I enjoy it with my friends all the time, and I always try my best to match their energy and be like, man, shout out to you, and then show them love and they show me love. I'm so grateful. I give thanks. Yeah. One thing I just always say, even with like advice for other artists, is just knowledge is power. It's very important to research on all these things. Even before you get a manager, don't ever trust the manager to you hand over your whole business to your manager and tell them, yeah, you do the business, and then because they can cheat you. Anybody can finesse you if you don't know your stuff. So even in terms of this, how to make money if you're starving, or research, and also it helps to have a mentor who's been in the industry, and you have a connection with, that can understand, knows your story, knows why you're struggling, and can help you out of that. So community slash mentorship, research, you're just never giving up, man. I've performed at Blankets and Wine. I've performed at Thrift Social. I've performed at Africa Nouveau, Kilifi New Year's Eve Festival, Kaleidoscope Festival in Watamu. I've performed at Alchemist. I've performed Incubator.
You've been Alchemist?
Yeah, I've performed so many times at Alchemist. Trying to think. There's been plenty. Taska Oktoberfest. Yeah, I'd say those are the few for now that are quite notable. My artistry, I feel like it's a combination of talent, passion, determination, work ethic, and patience. Yeah, that's the combination for Vallerie's career and artistry. Yeah, you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Not every song is gonna be a hit song, and not every song is gonna do as well as the last. Or even though you put X amount of money into this, it's not always gonna return the same. You have to understand and be patient and know that you have to keep putting out stuff, and eventually one of them is gonna stick. So patience is it. Because as I said, I know for a fact I'm gonna be successful. It's just patience for that alignment and divine favor, and plus my work to all changanya and work together to push me to that level that I need to get to. Yeah, I'm 21 and I got into this industry when I was 16. I'd say it is both pros and cons of everything, including that. The pros being like I've learned a lot at such a young age that most people learn when they're older, and both pro and con is I've experienced a lot of bullshit that a lot of people my age were not experiencing or going through, and I've had to learn and I've had to grow up very fast. And I've always been the youngest in any room I walk in or work in, be it school or music. And so it's a before I used to be very secretive about my age. I used to hate people knowing my age because I felt like people would demean my like they'll I don't know how to say it, undermine my talent or take me as less than serious than as I am. And it's possible underpay me. When you're young, people think, oh, Shana Jui. So so people always want to take advantage of you. But shit, I'm still here, and I'm so excited because 21 is just a beginning. I can't believe I have how many years ahead of me. So it's both a blessing and a curse, but I take it both as is. So Muthoni is my mom's name, And I don't really think it was intentional. I think it was just those days of like Facebook, and I wanted to find a name that wasn't my name that I could use. This was after everyone had a cringy Facebook name phase. Like, we used to have such a weird Facebook name phase. So now when we were kind of getting out of that phase and people are doing they're back to their normal names. So I was like, I don't want to put my name. But and I've also loved my mom's name, so I just put Vallerie Muthoni. So on Facebook it was Vallerie Muthoni. And then I guess as I started music, I was just like, I guess it's Vallerie Muthoni. And I like that, because it's still my name, but just not. Send money and find out. So first and foremost is God, of course. God too. God too. Then of course my mom, who's been my manager before, like if I could manage myself, and she's the one who taught me about all this business stuff, and literally I just a huge owe her the most. I have really good friends in my corner. Kinazi, Nicole, Karen. Am I missing anyone? Yuka, Beth. Just ecstatic. Yeah, there's a few people that have held me down in times that this industry wanted to break me, and I'm so grateful for their love and support and laughter and joy. Yeah. No, obviously kuna watu wengine, but sasa ukisema hivyo I love you guys. Asiwezi wa name wote. Mnajijua, I can't name everyone. I'd just be a businesswoman. I'd just be doing all the things I'm doing. Voiceover artist, just not music. I'm already doing all the things I wanted to do in life. Well, first, Muthoni, she convinced me. She was like, just apply. And I'm like, but I have school. She's like, school can wait. This is also school. So, I applied and I got in. And yeah, it was a really dope experience. It was like it was like what ADMI was supposed to be, but in like the span of 3 months. I was surrounded with not only musicians, but like producers, managers, PR people, and I got to have such a wholesome, well-rounded information and class and like knowledge about all these things in my industry that I should know. So I'm so grateful to Muthoni and her team for starting Perform, because I know it's not just, it's gonna help so many creatives out there in the industry, because we don't have like proper schools here in Kenya that focus on it well that I know of. So yeah, I'm grateful for that experience, and we keep it moving. I'd definitely, being signed is not as like it. It's not always a bad thing. It's been made to seem like this horrible thing, but it's not. Well, being signed to a label, obviously, you are guaranteed funding for production of videos and music. You have management team, you have an A&R team who basically connects you with other artists and collaborations. You have a book, basically, essentially it's like a booking, all these things, a booking agent, A&R, management, funding, strategists. You have strategists on the team. You have people doing the business side, not thinking for you, but doing the business side for you and managing your career and making sure that it can go as great as it can. But being an independent artist, it's just you. It's basically you. But you can also have. Okay, so you see with being signed to a label, it's having all those different team members in one corporation, in one team, in one company. But with being an independent artist, you can still have a team whereby you can have a booking agent, you can have a management, but it's all like, everyone's like quote unquote freelancing. It's more of an independent thing, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I would be open to signing. It would definitely still have to be very much on like terms that I agree with, and I'm not trying to sell my masters or sell myself. By the time I'm signing, it's gotta be a good ass deal. But I don't know. I'm not really pressed for signing. I don't even see the use. I just need money. I don't see the use in signing unless it's about, unless it's to Rock Nation, like I said. I'm trying to trace like if there's a specific moment, but I just always used to write. Always used to write on like a diary. So journal entries would become songs. Then in high school, we used to like bang on the desks and like write songs, you know? And so, like I said, just like the same way I've always been an entertainer, it's just always been creating music, right? Making rhymes, even though I didn't realize it. So I would say, in like my last EP, which was Pisces season in 2019, and my upcoming EP, that's hopefully coming out this year, I've seen so much growth in my songwriting and like how I tell stories. So like even in this upcoming EP, I'm writing a lot about the experiences I had during COVID and everything from love, life, internet, heartbreak, trauma. So yeah, I think I'm slowly just getting better and better and better. I'm so proud of myself. First of all, let me tell you a very funny story. I remember the day everything was shut down because it was my birthday. So that was it. The week was March. It was the second week of March.
Yeah.
And I had an event at Alchemist. I was performing. It was a birthday. I was performing, but also it was like my birthday celebration, whatever. I was turning 19. Yeah. 2020. Yeah, I was turning 19. So I remember that night, I'm hearing, yo, this club has been shut down. Yo, this club has been shut down. This is a sound check. We're like, will we be shut down? I don't know. Let's still do the gig. We're still doing the gig. Bludo has shut down. Everywhere has shut down. Deja Vu was shut down. Alchemist was the only place I was standing. And we did the show and it was amazing and everyone came. And then the day after that, everything was shut down. Everything was shut down. I was like, wow. So it was such a way to enter COVID. Such an interesting way to enter COVID. It is what it is. I don't even know. I don't even want to remember. Until curfew. Until we had to be home by 7 p.m. That was crazy. That was mad. Was I sane? Is a question.
You're here, I mean.
I guess doesn't mean I was sane then. I don't know. I was very close to losing my sanity because, as I said, there were so many events, not like physical events, but things that were happening that were really testing my sanity and my patience and my peace and my love. And so, obviously, because I was locked down with my mom, you know, her being my support system, that was very helpful. And then also, I mean, me, I'm a homebody. I really enjoy being at home. So that wasn't really an issue for me. And plus, as I said, my friend lives down the road from me. So I'd just go to her house and just chill and talk and cry and laugh about whatever is happening in life. And yeah, making music, like I said, was really helpful. And writing down all those, as I said, the songwriting at that time was the best that I've ever written. So those are the ways I was keeping sane, if I was keeping sane at all. I mean, I didn't, but also it's possible that I could have gotten and I didn't know. But no, every time I tested, I was negative. You can't ask me that. That's a whole philosophical 1 hour conversation.
Take it away.
I
I consider myself an ambivert. Depends on what my social battery is at. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, laugh at the party, and sometimes I'm ready to go home the fast. I'm like, this is so boring, guys. I feel like some parts of me I have no doubt about, and I know who I am, and that's my foundation. But also there's a part of me that's always growing and evolving, and that's fluid. And that's constantly changing with every new environment or new opportunities that come my way. So I don't think I struggle with identity. It's just more so just being okay with it, with knowing that I'm never gonna be the same all the time. I'm gonna be changing things I used to believe in before. I don't believe in now, and that's also okay. Or things I used to like back then I don't now, and that's also okay. I think other people have a hard time with understanding that identity is always evolving. That's why when their favorite artists make different type of music or goes in a totally different direction, they're like, what is this? We want the old Vallerie, we want the old me. And it's like, no, you can't do that. That wouldn't be true to self, And consumers have a hard time realizing that just like them, their favorite artists grow too, and their likes change, and their sound changes, and their stories change. So that's identity. Love. That's something I do struggle with. Like, some days I can be like, I'm the baddest bitch. Like, wow, I'm so cool. I'm the best. But then sometimes when you're alone in your thoughts, in your head, I overthink a lot. So sometimes you can wake up and not like the way you look in the mirror. Or so that's something that I think even people older than me, younger than me, we all struggle with. Sometimes it's hard to love some parts about yourself that you don't completely love, but you have to love all of it, which is hard. Yeah. So at least whoever is watching, that's something they should know, that no matter the age, self-love is something that you continue to not struggle with, because I don't want anyone to struggle, but you'll continue dealing with for the rest of your life. There's that whole quote of like, if you can't love yourself, who's gonna love you? You have to give yourself that love first before you expect it from someone else. And yeah, I do believe that to some extent you have to know the things that make you happy. You have to love yourself. You have to know how to love yourself before you expect someone to know how to love you and show them. You have to show them how to love you. But also I feel like no matter what stage we are at in terms of in this self-love journey, some people are really good with self-love and some people aren't. But I feel like regardless of where we are on that scale, we all deserve to be loved. That's basically it. Life, oh life, oh life, oh life. Anyway, life is just always lifing. There's nothing you can say about life. It's a slow descent, sometimes it's a slow ascent, sometimes it's fast, sometimes. So you just hold on to your foundation. I mean, me, despite everything, I'll always thank God, regardless of where I'm at in life. Lakini, I feel like bado. I feel like the only thing that's missing is like being filthy rich. Everything else is there. All the other wholesome parts, my friends, my family, myself.
Yeah.
The pesa too in a baki. So I can take my people out on trips and see them happy. I feel like I have so much more to learn and grow and be even greater than I am. I feel like right now ni bado. I don't have anything deep to say. Sorry if I've disappointed you, but I am currently working on my music, working on the CP, trying to not get lost in the process, try to stay consistent, but not burn out, try to stay in the pocket of pop culture and be relevant, but also not putting myself out there in a way that's not authentic to me. So if you feel the same way, that could be in any field of work. Just know that I'm there right along with you. I know sometimes, of course, looking at people's Instagram and saying, oh my gosh, Vallerie, you're winning, wow. And you may have that perception about someone else as doing better than you, but you really don't. You really don't know what's behind those doors. So please have love and kindness for everyone. You see, reserve judgment, especially on the internet. It's already such a negative, dark place. Do not add anything onto it if it's not helpful. If you see someone struggling, please show them love. Send them a text, say, hey man, you're awesome. That's it. And just know, kuteseka si kwa muda. Wavelengths. I mean, kuteseka ni kwa muda. Whoa! Kuteseka ni kwa muda too. So, sending you so much love. Thanks for having me, Roy. Go listen to my latest single, $signs. Well, for me, you can find me everywhere using the same handle, same name, which is Vallerie Muthoni. That's Vallerie Muthoni. Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
You are
Zote.
Vallerie Muthoni below, but
I don't think I am, but I'm the most relevant one. If you Google Vallerie Muthoni, I guarantee you I'll be the first one that comes up. And I am currently working on my EP. I'm hoping to put out a single really, really soon. So do support me any way you can. Buy my music on valleriemuthoni.hustlesasa.shop. Yeah, just stick with me because it's about to be a journey and you'd want to be here from this point on. Yeah.